Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to your daily divine messages from Spirit. My name is Princess Leah. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be guided. Today I am guided to tap into and talk about this collective energy that I know is not easy to feel. For lack of better words, it's called an energy hangover, where you might be feeling like, as Katy Perry would sing, falling from cloud nine, crashing from the high. So maybe that's something that you can relate to. I know some people don't like to hear the word, crash from the highs. So, trigger warning, this conversation may bring up a lot of emotions because there is a collective grief around releasing old karmic contracts. It may not be something that you want to talk about right now because it is so heavy. But with the Libra full moon intense energies that we had over the weekend, with Venus going direct as well over the weekend, this is a lot of balancing the scales and justice and equity coming into place within our own relationships, past relationships, within our own self. Venus ruling love, money, Libra being the sign of balance and karma. This is the time where our relationships are triggering, and not this is the time. I wrote in my daily divine downloads, relationships trigger core wounds. It's not them, it's your pain. And allowing yourself to sit with what is being triggered, allowing yourself to sit with that core wound, allowing yourself to sit in that with that karmic contract and really understand what this relationship was meant for your soul growth. That's what allows and creates the space that's needed for the healing to take place. Letting yourself be angry, letting yourself feel sadness as you release all of this energy, as you release the pain, the ties, the cords, the codependencies, as you look at where you may have put the relationship on a pedestal or put the other partner on a pedestal, so that you can now awaken from that high, crashing, it might feel. But really, it's the awakening. It's the awakening of what is truly meant to be seen. It's okay if you feel like there was unfairness or inequality or inequity. Maybe you feel that there was more taken than given. Maybe you feel like there was an imbalance. But we're in this Libra full moon post shadows with the Venus direct post shadows energy. Not to mention we're still in Mercury retro, or Mercury being direct post shadows, or the Mercury retrograde post shadows. And so looking at all of this so that we can bring it into the integration of now, of who we're becoming, of our next timeline. And allowing yourself to purge, to see the truth in yourself, in your partner, in the relationship. Maybe it wasn't as perfect as maybe we thought. And that will actually give space to allow you to let it go. Sometimes we hold on to this fantasy of what we had in mind, what we wanted this relationship to be. And the grief of recognizing that it wasn't can be really, really sad. But we have to let ourselves feel that. We have to let ourselves move through that, because we are on our next step. We are taking the right steps to our next timeline. And in order to do so, we have to feel to heal. Mars is in Cancer and has been in Cancer since January 6th. Mars is the doer, Cancer is the feeler, and it's about to move into Leo on the 18th as Aries shifts into Taurus. So we're in these final degrees of Mars just at the edge of his seat, wanting to move, wanting to go, feeling all this deep emotions that Cancer has been making him sit in. Cancer, the mother of zodiac, making him feel all of this intensity, feel everything since the beginning of the year. That's a lot. Pisces and Virgo moving into the north and south nodes of your dharma and your karma, of your future, of your fate, of your destiny, of who you are meant to be. Pisces moving into your higher spiritual self. Virgo, your karma in the south node of releasing the perfectionism, releasing the need to control every detail. There's so much. I can't even get into the transits that have been occurring since January 6th that Mars has had to be in the seat of Cancer to just feel it. Can't actually take action on all of this energy, but just has to sit with it and feel it. That can be so frustrating. For the planet of action, for the planet of war, for the planet of aggression and passion and movement. But this has been so transformative for us, because this is what we need in order to awaken the divine masculine in the essence of co-creation. Sometimes the best doing is being. That's what the masculine is feeling. So that can be quite a shift when the masculine's used to doing. But when the feminine is holding the space and welcoming the masculine to be, to feel, to contemplate and reflect, and then to do it in terms of our relationships, in terms of our heart, where the masculine stores its trauma in the heart space. We have to actually now open up our heart, and we have to feel through our heart. We have to remove those blockages. We have to remove and release those karmic contracts by feeling it. We can't just burn it. We can't just burn it down, you mean? What do you mean? I can't just punch it away? I can't just stuff it down? I have to actually feel it through my heart. That is what the masculine is saying. What? This is uncomfortable. So yes, there's going to be resistance. Yes, there's going to be frustration. Yes, there's going to be pushback. Because it's doing something that it has not ever done, that it's not used to doing, which is being. So I really encourage you, if this is resonating, to give yourself the space, the safe space, to really reflect on these endings of these old relationships. You know, I just had a huge aha moment myself, recognizing that there was a relationship that I held so highly. Even though I knew that the soul contract had ended, I held it so highly on a pedestal, the person on a pedestal, that I was always the one doing wrong, that I was the one that needed to be fixed. Because God forbid that this person be the one that actually did something wrong, that was actually being very passive aggressive and very micro aggressive. Because I was the one, as an Aries, I was the one that was the external aggressor, but he was the one that was this silent aggressor. And sometimes those are the most dangerous. This might need to be heard by someone. Sometimes the most dangerous of masculine is the nice guy. I know that does not make any sense for some. I know that all women, and we're told, he's a nice guy, look for a nice man. But sometimes it's the nice guys that are the ones that really mess you up the most, because they're not willing to take responsibility for their energy. They're not willing to take responsibility for their own masculine frustrations. They're not willing to stand up and protect and provide in the way that the feminine needs. And so the dark feminine of anger comes up and projects externally what it is that the masculine stuffs down. And then she becomes the aggressor. She becomes the problem. I'm hearing Taylor Swift. It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. How many of us women have been told we are the problem because of our emotions, because of our frustration, because of our anger, because we voiced what it is that we're feeling, even if it's in all good standing? You're bringing up something that actually matters. Say a child's needs to be met, and now all of a sudden you're the problem? That's called being gaslit, women. Don't let the nice guys silently gaslight you. And this is not to knock on gentlemen, awakened divine masculines. This is not to knock on men at all, because I'm a lover of men. I'm a lover of women. I am a lover unconditionally of love, of conscious love. But when I now recognize where my rose-colored glasses were, and I thought it was love, it was actually the lust for validation. It was the lust for approval. It was the codependency of having, gaining, attaining, sustaining, maintaining a security and a comfort that I had not ever had. So maybe some of you feel that same way. That is how you know it's a karmic soul contract. as opposed to a divine soul contract. But don't mistaken the fact that divine soul contracts are still going to trigger the hell out of you. They're still going to awaken you to parts of you that are not you, so that you can come into wholeness of who you are. So I'm not saying karmic contracts are bad and divine contracts are good, and divine contracts are the only ones that can be healthy, and karmic contracts are the only ones that are toxic. No. Because there's beauty in all of it. There's beauty in all of it when you allow yourself to find the healing in it all. Instead of the only holding on to the frequency of anger. Anger is better than depression. Anger is better than hopelessness. It's a part of grief. Anger is a part of grief. When you awaken to what is true, what you've been in denial of, denial is even a part of grief. Bargaining is a part of grief, right? That I just want to be loved at all costs. Whatever I have to shape and contort myself into, just give me love. That's a part of grief. Trying to find, let's just bargain for something so that it doesn't hurt as bad, so it doesn't feel as real of an ending, of a karmic ending, of a contract expired. That's part of grief. Grief isn't bad. Grief is healing too. Grief is how you get to your wholeness. Depression is not bad. It is part of your grief. When you are releasing old parts of you that are no longer serving your highest and greatest good, when it is no longer aligned with your soul contract, with your soul purpose, with your destiny. Everyone comes into our lives for I'm hearing Justin Bieber, a season or a reason. And it's okay if it's time to let it go, even if it hurts. We're 18 minutes into this and I have not pulled one card. I have not done a sound bowl healing. This is a prophetic divine download directly from spirit, coming through the channel of the collective energy that is moving through me, moving through my channel, my avatar, because I know that I'm not the only one feeling it when it's this deep and heavy. I know that the planets are here to remind us that we're not alone, that we're all going through this, that we all are up leveling. So I'm here with you, beloved, on your next steps. Let's place our hand on our heart so we can get some prophetic downloads from our heart space. Just so we can sit in this frequency. I'm hearing Spirit say, the feelings that you're feeling are real. They are valid. They are true. They are your truth. But do your best to not point that anger at anyone, at the person that triggered that anger or pain. or even the person that caused that pain. This is where Mars in Cancer wants to lash. This is where Mars wants to lash out when it recognizes Libra's imbalance, injustice. But this is where Cancer is saying sit with it and feel. This is where Pisces North Node, the Pisces and Mercury in Pisces and Venus in Pisces are all saying allow this emotion to move through you, flow through you. Even if it's flowing like a rage waves of the ocean. It has to come up in order to come out. This is the Kundalini awakening process. The root chakra reminding us of our first initial relationship with self and source, and our relationship with parents and home and family, and our relationships with lovers and comfort and home. This is the clearing so that we can have more space for peace. Thank you, Spirit. Let's take a deep breath. This is big energy today. I call them Trigger Tuesdays because it seems like every Tuesday it seems like there is a big, deep clearing that Monday, Moon Day, brought to the emotional surface. But I'm hearing Spirit say, this is good. This is what's needed. This is what's needed. So you have the King of Swords in reverse here. So yes, there we go to confirm more of the hostility or the argumentative, I'm hearing just the karmic ties are needing to be cut, needing to be cleared. Thank you. So that you can move forward in the right direction with the right decision. But first you have to clear out what patterns, behaviors in the past that were toxic. You have to cut out. Not all karma is bad karma. It's not all toxic. It doesn't mean it's all terrible. Karma just is cause and effect. When you realize that you, like for me personally, when I realized that I was seeking stability and security in another person, I was seeking significance in my significant other, I allowed myself to contort into a person that was not my true authentic self, at the cost, at the for the sole purpose of feeling loved and wanted and seen and appreciated and forgiven and loved. That was my choice. But it wasn't my fault. That's what Spirit wants you to say, wants you to know too. It may have been your choice, but it wasn't your fault. Because you were doing the best you could do. Look at this, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. You were doing the best you could do with the tools that you had, trying to receive what you felt you needed in order to feel good, loved, whole, accepted. 3 of Pentacles here, reverse. That's where that karma again comes in. Of my alarm just went off, and it was a song by the Black Eyed Peas called "Don't You Worry." So that might be a significant song for you. Maybe you want to look up the lyrics. Maybe there's some good lyrics, but I like the title, "Don't You Worry." Right? Don't you worry. The inability to work together, the lack of synergy, the karmic contracts, all of it is a part of what your soul agreed to when coming into this human form for the purpose of expansion. Because as we all know, as I say it every episode, you can't get it wrong because you never get it done. You can't get it wrong because you never get it done. I just saw the top of that was healing. Wanted to poke itself out a little bit. Don't you worry, because you are healing. You're healing. You are transforming. Number 53. Reducing to 8. Ending old cycles. Beginning new cycles. You are transforming. Learning how to be able to synergize and work together based on what you have learned from your past relationships, your past partnerships. And again, karmic ties doesn't mean it wasn't real. It doesn't mean it wasn't real love. It doesn't mean you didn't learn so much about yourself and learn about love. It doesn't mean you didn't, become a better person. It means that you are learning now the intention behind it. It was what you are learning from it, the cause and the effect of it. Fur and feathered friends, this is the strength card when I see it. You're becoming stronger because of it. You're becoming stronger to learn how you can show up, even in the midst of danger, so to speak, with this lion. In the midst of, you have the predators and the prey all in one sitting. This is going back to learning, finding the beauty in the karmic connections, because you are creating the space to learn from it, to heal from it, and move through it and become stronger because of it, and become a safe space of, I'm hearing divine feminine space of nourishment and healing for the masculine to come in and heal. While learning from the past, so that now you can share what you need, talk about what you need, so that you can now work together, so that you can say, this is my vision, this is what I see, how do you see, let's speak together, let's understand each other. Let's set out a blueprint of how we can maneuver this relationship together as a team, as a unit. You can bless and release. You can still see the good things in your past relationships without being so angry and bitter. Both things can be true at the same time. That is healing. Look at this. I knew I saw it. I love that it wanted to come through. That is healing. Number 30 might be a significant number for you. We're at 30:33 on the clock. Maybe you are from the ages 27 to 30. You learned a lot about your healing. Maybe that's when you were in this relationship. I don't know. Whatever it takes, for you. But 3 of Pentacles, 30, another 3 of divine healing is what I'm hearing. Healing with the divine. Allowing all of your strengths to come through and to cultivate a space for everyone to be able to participate and be included, because you know what it's like to go through what you've been through. Interesting. I'm hearing empathy, compassion, forgiveness. These are the things that are going to help you through your healing process of ending these karmic cycles. So embrace your freedom. Don't take anything personally. Where you are now, what you have learned from these relationships brought you to a space of freedom. It is now, you are now free to be who you are. So don't take what happened personally, even though I know it's easier said than done because we're persons, right? But be impeccable with your word and realize the power of your word. Your word has the power. Your word is the power that you have to create. It is a gift that comes directly from God. Your word is what is going to heal you through these karmic endings, these soul ties that are coming to a clean ending is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing cut the cords, cut a clean cord, right? I think this is this is earth. Interesting. So we have healing earth and fur and feathered friends. Yeah, we are healing earth right now through this. We are clearing the karmic. Wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. We are clearing the karmic ties of earth. Okay. I'm seeing 33:33 on the clock right now. We're clearing the karmic ties of earth. Lots of 3 energy. You, me, and divinity. We are healing. Our fur and feathered friends are healing. They're feeling it too, is what I'm hearing. They're going through this new transformation on earth as well. And we're all healing each other with our primitive natural presence. So maybe getting outside, listening to the birds, watching the animals, caring for your fur and feathered friends will help you in your healing of this journey to wholeness, of this releasing and grieving of soul contracts, karmic contracts. So I hope this helps, and if it does, please give this video a thumbs up so that other people can also find this message if they need it. You're always welcome to come join our Vibe Tribe, where we're healing the heart of a woman and the soul of mankind through conscious love. If you ever want to book a personal reading with me, you absolutely can do so. My information's in my description box below. And until next time, my beautiful beloveds, peace and love. Namaste. Bye.